Hi, this is the Tolkien Curmudgeon, here to talk about episode 6 of The Rings of Power. Anyway, I really don't know what they're doing with this show. Like I said before, I still think they're going to have the hobbits reach the Shire. Maybe not in this season, but that's what they're going to do. And they're going to have the Balrog wake up. They seem to get closer and closer to that. But what I'm really wondering is, what are they doing with Adar and the orcs attacking Eregion? I think they kind of painted themselves into this crazy corner by trying to telescope so many different events into a short period of time, condensing the timeline. And I don't see how it works. It doesn't make any sense to me. Uh, and is Galadriel going to be an ally of Adar or not? It doesn't make any sense. I mean, they could have involved Numenor in this whole story if they had developed the story properly, where Numenor comes and fights this battle, not the one off in the Southlands like they had last season. No, see, they would just seem to be repeating themselves apparently if that's what they did. But that would have been the great thing, is having this giant army from Numenor come and kind of save the day. At the request of Gil-galad. But I don't think they're doing that. And then it should have been Sauron that was attacking Eregion after all the rings had been made, and after having made the one ring, and after having been found out. But before the ring rays had time to develop, because he didn't even have those rings, right? I mean, but apparently they're just mixing everything all up. And I'm very frustrated with also the way they're showing the relationship between Sauron and Celebrimbor. It seems to me they should have a much clearer relationship of Sauron as being the master and Celebrimbor as the disciple. But instead, it's like Sauron's wandering around waiting for Celebrimbor to do something. I mean, didn't he say, that is Sauron? Didn't he say he was going to make the Nine Rings himself? Okay, so maybe he said, okay, no, Celebrimbor is going to do it. But the way they did that, and of course it's supposed to be Sauron manipulated him into making, but it's not like Sauron can't make them himself. He's supposed to be the one that's revealing the knowledge. It doesn't make any sense. I mean, they should have stuck with what Tolkien wrote. And even though he didn't write a lot, but he sketched things out. He outlined what was supposed to happen in the Rings of Power in the Third Age, the text in the Silmarillion, and in some of the texts in Unfinished Tales. And apparently, Amazon had a chance to buy things piecemeal, rights to certain things, like the name Anatar. So why is it they want to tell the story that they really want to tell instead of Tolkien's story? There should be a clear difference in what kind of being Sauron is and what kind of being the elves are. They're not the same kind of thing, but that seems to be mixed up in this show. And I really couldn't stand it when Celebrimbor shoves Sauron, like shoves him out of the way, or not, he shoves him into a pillar. Okay, it was a little bit interesting in that Sauron is thinking, like, am I gonna kill you now? And no, I'm not, but just that would never happen. Even if Celebrimbor is going crazy, they should have had a relationship of awe. He should think of Anatar as like a god, and like, yes, oh yeah, instead of, oh, go to Khazad-dûm for me. Oh, do this, run this errand for me. It's crazy. Now with Adar, what are they doing? Adar just wants to liberate the orcs from the control of Sauron. But he's attacking Eregion just to get it at Sauron. Well, I guess, I don't know, Galadriel isn't going to help him. I don't know what's going to happen. It's just very, very confused and confusing. And then I can't stand anything to do with the Harfoots and the Stewards anymore. It's so cringeworthy. I can't stand it. And then the worst of all of what Eric Kane calls the rotten Easter eggs, the worst of all, having the Tom Bombadil say the lines of Gandalf about the times that we're born into and what we do with them. How could that fall well with with anyone who has seen the movies, and that's who they're trying to appeal to, right? People who've seen the movies and who think, oh, call back to Gandalf. But just reproducing what Gandalf said, it's like thievery. And then I thought they were going to use the sea monster thing as a way to perhaps get rid of Muriel, so that that would be part of how Pharazôn usurps the throne. But instead, she comes out and she's innocent, and then Tar Muriel. So they're turning it into just a conflict between the king's men and the queen's men. It should be the king's men and those who are for faithfulness to the Valar and to their ancient ties with the elves. It's just a political intrigue now, almost. So disappointed.